new,
evening. Keeps it
how
flowing.
new is that? I haven't seen that yet.
That's a
So,
brand new one as of tonight. So there you go.
oh, I was
Caroline's breaking it
jamming.
in for us. Thank you, E-Man. So E-Man's the one who put that together for me.
What up, E-Man? Good
Very
work,
cool.
brother.
Right? So guys, Gary B here with my co-host of the evening. We have Marcus, Circumstances himself in the house. How you doing tonight, Marcus?
Good to be here. I'm excited to see what Lady F's got.
Oh,
She always
me
brings that
too.
heat.
And the person of the hour, we have Lady Fantastic herself.
Howdy,
Caroline,
howdy.
how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. Really thankful that you guys were kind enough to invite me, and just pumped to talk with some fellow nerds.
Oh, it's the other
Share
way
some
around.
books.
We're delighted to have you on the channel. Thank you so much for accepting the invite and coming on.
Thanks.
This is a show that we love. We get to meet people we haven't spoke to before, get to become friends with them. It's a lot of nice. The audience gets to know them. And, well, we'll just start. We already got Chop and Drop and TJN. And as the notifications gets out, this will fill up fairly quickly. So, but Lady Fantastic, Caroline, let's start out because a lot of people watch the show on the rewind as well. Give us a little synopsis of who you are and what your channel's about.
I've been in this community for a couple of years now. I think like probably quite a few people. I found this during the pandemic, during like 2019. I had watched like YouTube. I was kind of one of those people, like, these new kids, where we don't watch cable anymore. We really just
Right.
kind of, and so I like YouTube because it's got like, it's sort of like the democratization of television. Anybody could do anything, and so in that vein, I was flipping through just watching weird crap, and I stumbled upon some dude that showed what he had bought at some kind of swap meet, and it was just like a bunch of comics, and I was like, wait, do people do this? Like, is this a thing that people do? They show their books and talk about it because that's amazing. And
Right.
I too would like to be part of that experience. And so I found a lot of other people that did that stuff. I watched it, really got excited about it, and then finally mustered up the courage to say, you know what, if they can do it, I can do it. So I tried it, and here I am. And
Nice.
yeah, really, really thankful for the community that I did. Like, this comic community here on YouTube, just a lot of really quality people, and an opportunity to make connections and to learn, and just to really foster like, there's a lot of crappy things right now, like, in the world. I guess you could be really like half glass empty, but this community has been like a saving grace for me. Even though it's over something very, one would deem maybe childish, it's a very pure love, and that brings a lot of people together. So
Right. Well, that's the thing too. Is I mean, I think we're all surprised by the community aspect of this. We all got on. I'm going to talk comics, and no one's really going to watch, and I'm just going to do my thing. And all of a sudden, you make one friend, then you make another friend, and then you get to a point where I'm like, wow, I've made all these friends. This community's huge, and then there's no shortage of meeting nice people. Like I'm meeting you for the first time tonight. I'm going to meet other people through you later on in the month, and it just keeps going and going. There's just so much goodness out there.
yeah,
You mentioned the community is huge, but it's actually not. It's actually really, really, really small. And that is the reason why we are the way that we are. Why we're just so excited that someone else is interested in comic books the way that we are, that we're willing to put aside a lot of things because yeah, you're for this political person or you're for that or this, and I don't like that, but none of that matters because you like comic books. And
yeah.
there's not a whole lot of people that like comic books. So I think that's a big part of why we are the way we are, and I just love it, man. I eat it up. It's awesome, man.
And I think that if you're a person that likes comics, you're probably a person that's probably you tend to be empathic and you tend to root for the underdog. And I think like when you I just think that there are a lot of people like that in our community, and I think it's probably like just one of the coolest and best things ever, you know? Like even though we may not want to admit it, I think there's like a whole lot of like good-hearted, y'all got the hearts of hobbits, and that's good. You know what I mean? Like having the hearts of hobbits.
And we had a few more jump in the chat. We got Adrian. How you doing, sir?
Nah,
Comics on my
man, what's
mind.
up?
Not near mint. Naman. We got Kenneth Bird. Chat is filling up. Thank you guys all for coming in. We appreciate it.
Sorry, I've been on a major Tolkien kick, so I'm like likening things to, Tolkien figures, but
That's okay. I'm always on a Robert E. Howard kick, so I understand completely.
okay, got you.
So let's get
You're
us
with
started.
friends.
Let's start with your first book, why it's a favorite and what it is. This is my favorite part because I get to learn about the people on the show through the books they pick.
Okay. So I'm gonna show this one. This is Jungle Action number 8.
Ooh.
And this is where they talk about the secret heart-shaped herb and the ritual of taking that, it draining you of all your powers, and then fighting your tribesmen because it's like you see visions of ghosts of the dead, warriors of the dead, and it's there you go. So this is really cool, and this is where you first find out about that whole heart-shaped herb. And you remember, I guess, in the movie where T'Challa and Killmonger fight, T'Challa takes that herbal supplement
Right.
to bring himself. So that's the story of that is in here, and then also my favorite thing about this issue is it shows maps of Wakanda, and I love seeing a good map, and it
Maps
shows
are
like
fun.
it shows like the palace map and stuff. So hold on, let me crack it because it's the bomb. And
Classic cover, man. I love it.
yeah, it's you've got the god Bast in the background. This is just beautiful, clean art. I'm a big T'Challa fan.
Yeah, and back then the Khazars and the Black Panther books were so much fun.
So we've got map
Ooh.
of the land of the Wakanda, and so here's like.
Is that MCU accurate? I'm just kidding. No, just kidding.
Well, you know what? We could.
No, that's awesome.
Who cares about that? But is it Marvel Universe accurate?
Right.
And then this is the Central Palace. It shows like the layout. I don't know. It's awesome. It's just nerdy.
Very cool, man.
Yeah,
very,
and that's
very
still
cool.
in great shape for its age.
Yeah.
You're a careful reader, huh? Just like me.
I mean, I try to be, but that doesn't mean that I haven't destroyed certain books. I'm careful because I've made mistakes in my life.
Right.
But there's this really cool Black Panther artistry in this one, and it goes and it shows different like artists and who have drawn on here. So let's see, this is Rich Buckler and Klaus Janson on this guy, and then we've got like I think this is Joe Sinnott or Herb Trimpe, and then here we go.
Yeah, I love when they do the galleries in the back. It's so cool.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right, that's my first book.
Now, are you Black Panther with a cape or without a cape?
There's only one issue with the cape, right?
No, he comes up here and there. He pops up with the cape on.
Yeah.
I find it heartwarming and nostalgic, but for practicality reasons, I don't think he should have it.
Yeah.
I'm a no cape person because he's a Panther. Panthers don't have capes.
If he's going to be like in some sort of ceremonial thing, put the cape on. I don't care. But if you're out going to like catch bodies, you need to get rid of it.
Catch bodies.
Right.
That's right.
Now, we got a few questions from the audience before we get to book number 2, Caroline.
What up?
We got Adrian saying, ask about Wolverine claws, corn on the cob.
Oh my God. Okay.
And then we got one from Not Near Mint.
All right. So Adrian knows that I'm a fan of X-Men, and he showed this thing. It's the most amazing things ever. He actually sent them to me. They are little tiny blue rubber Wolverine hands like that, and then like 2 or 3 little metal claws that like come out of them, and they're both like this size, and you stick them on either end of the corner of the cob, and you eat it, and you twist the little Wolverine hands, and
What a
this,
perfect tie-in, huh?
yeah, it's amazing. So, and Adrian is the guy that sent me those, and yeah, they're hilarious.
Shout out to Panda. What's up, homie?
And
I
not near
missed you
me.
today. I was supposed to see Panda today at a con, but he
Oh,
bailed
he
on us.
ducked you.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
What a jerk!
that asshole.
All
Yeah,
right,
you'd be
second
all,
book.
So, yeah, go ahead.
We got Captain Marvel
Ooh.
18, and this is where Carol Danvers is actually exposed to like the Megaton. This is sort of the origin of how she first receives her powers.
That's a book I got to get that's missing in my Carol Danvers collection. I'm a huge Carol Danvers fan.
Yay. One
But
of
yeah,
us.
now I think in the life of Captain Marvel, they like retconned it to be like, no, you had the power all along. And I'm like, that's bullshit. Yeah, so this is where she's exposed to that, and this is so this explains the source of her powers or whatever. There's that.
And so, Carolyn, have you been reading the new
Classic.
run? It's so good by Kelly Thompson. Like
Yeah,
every
yes.
issue's been great. Every issue.
Yeah, it's I mean like it's into like issue 40, right?
Like
Issue
30, I think 39 was the last one. Yeah,
39. Okay, yeah.
it's 39 or 40, but yeah, it's great. Like she has not had a weak spot in that series.
Yeah, it's I mean I've got almost every single one. I don't think I've got issue 38 and 39, but I've got 1 through 37. All right. I am a massive, somebody said it, I am a massive X-Men fan.
Yeah, comments on my mind said it.
And
thank you, not near mint. Appreciate
one of my
it.
favorite characters is Kitty Pryde. And so we have X-Men 129. This is the first appearance of Kitty Pryde and of Emma White, White Queen. And if you see this is what I call a slash out, or you call it a mark out, whatever. That is an early direct. Okay, so before you saw the little faces there, this is what a direct looked like, and this is like in 1979 or 80. This is the early in 1979 is the earliest they come, so they are more rare. These are more rare than newsstands in 79.
Oh, I
That's
did not
a
know
gorgeous
that.
cover.
Yes, yeah, and yes, on all parts, it is gorgeous.
I'm a sucker for X-Men stuff.
Yeah,
For uncanny X-Men stuff.
Me too.
My
And
favorite issue is actually the next one with the Dazzler. I had
I
that
had
done
that
by
one, but I don't have it up. But I would say even by the mid 80s, directs still only represented about 40% of the distribution population.
wow.
Then as you get to the later 80s, you start seeing them get about even, and then directs eventually dominate. And so the newsstands become rare. It depends on the year. It is time dependent. I'm just saying for all you people, the more you
Very
know.
true.
Now,
Very
you know
true.
what was fun? It was the 3-issue miniseries. I don't know if you read it. Did you ever read Pride and Wisdom?
No, I did not. But I know which one. It's is Gambit, or who is it? No, it's the guy Pete. It's Wonder Man.
No, something Wisdom is his name. But yeah, Wonder Man's not in. It's I have it here. Well, I have it in storage now, but I got to get it.
Okay.
It was a fun 3-issue read.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it and I know what you're talking about, but I have never read it or owned it.
It's got that really bad 90s art, but it's still fun.
This man.
Ooh.
So I'm a huge Claremont fan. I'm also, Chris Claremont basically was like, all right, I'm going to revive this entire title by giving the characters personalities.
Right.
And he actually made Jean Grey really freaking cool. And then he kills her. No, but this is an amazing book. I got this from J Hood Creative, a member of the
Oh man, I love it.
community. And, you know, you guys, you can find these books. People have them. It's all about the grapevine. Just talk. Hey, so and so's got this. They're trying to get rid of. Put me on a little payment plan, and I got this bad boy. Things you can
Right.
get your books. It's all about who you know and networking.
And
So
again, one of the most famous covers too. I mean, X
Gosh,
Men,
it's
Spider
so
Man,
cool,
Batman,
man.
Action Comics. They all have like a couple hundred famous covers, but
yeah,
this
well,
So
is
cool.
still, yeah, you know it when you see it instantly.
I'm about to throw another famous cover on you. This one's Jack Kirby, and
Ooh.
this was an AOK, one of my very first AOKs, and I almost had a myocardial infarction when I opened it and saw what it was. It was from
Ooh.
Unruly Simeon,
Wow.
X-Men 14, very first
Wow.
appearance of the Sentinels, and the first appearance of Bolivar Trask.
What
This is
else can we?
canon, bro. This
Right.
is canon. These are when
That's
the purple machines first come. I mean, yeah, this is like this is gonna go to my coffin. I'm getting buried with this piece of paper. I'm getting buried with it.
love those classic covers
and
I
so
that's
mean,
in
much.
and that's in great shape for the age.
oh,
Holy
it is a
cow.
beautiful book. Just a looker. So fortunate, so thankful. Like
Shout
so
out to Unruly Simeon.
yeah,
Wow.
Right.
really. You're the
Coming in
man.
the
I
clutch.
appreciate you. So there's that. Yeah.
You got
All
Slim
right.
saying nice, X Men. You have Digger Jim saying damn.
Thanks, Digger. Digger. All right. Now we're gonna jump to let me just look to make sure I've counted. So I've done one, two, three,
You've done
four.
5.
Have I done 5?
Yep, you did Jungle Action, Captain Marvel, X Men 129, 181, and
No, I didn't. I didn't do X-Men 181.
or I'm sorry, the Jean Grey cover.
That's 101. Oh,
101,
you're right. I
sorry.
have done 5. You got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've got 5 more. This is a recent acquisition, but it's Tales to Astonish 88. You've got Submariner punching the tumor right in the kisser, but that's not the real significance of this. I'm a big Hulk person. I have a really nice Hulk collection. This is where he first says Hulk smash ever.
Oh.
So yeah, you first see the term Hulk smash in Tales to Astonish 88. So and that's kind of the significance of that.
Another gorgeous cover too,
Yeah.
man.
Absolutely.
Gene
Tales to
Colan. Yeah, just Gene Colan. Goodness, see his little wings, and they're functional. Damn
And
it.
he's got a cape.
Yep, and because you need a cape underwater, that really helps you. Doesn't hold you back at all. Oh
But Tales to Astonish had a lot of fun covers. My favorite one is
yeah,
the one with the Skull Island.
yeah. With yes, in '96, issue
Yeah.
'96.
I had that slab, but it's like a 6.0, and I don't care. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. So this was an AOK from my buddy Steven Spock. Yeah, I love Wolverine. Yeah, I'd love to have Hulk 181. That's just not I just don't see that as realistic. But
Right.
my buddy Steven Spock hooked me up with a beautiful copy of Hulk 182, which would be considered I'd say the third appearance of Wolverine,
Right.
third cameo, whatever, however you want to say. But just a beautiful, about an 8.0, and so thankful to grab it. This is my 181. This is my 181. Yes, it says 182. This is my 181.
It doesn't matter. It's a beautiful cover too.
Yeah, it's great.
I
So, yeah,
love that era's covers. They're just so incredible.
yeah, sub 200 Hawks, man, they're fancy. Um, and then this was another AOK from Steven Spock. He gave me a beautiful Ramita Steven Spock, if you don't know this guy, he is obsessed with reflection covers. And so he's got one of his favorite covers is an ASM cover, and he hooked me up with it. But it's the Amazing Spider-Man 55, John
Wow.
Romita, Doc Ock wins.
Bringing that heat tonight, man.
Right? And
Wow.
look how clean that copy is, Marcus.
So, yeah, I
Love
never
it.
The
thought I'd have.
reflection covers are always fun in the
Oh,
eyes of either the hero or the villain.
it's so great. But yeah, this is just a classic one, man. It's just a good stuff, quality
That
stuff.
that 12-cent cover is always fun, I say.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now,
So
are you more of a Silver Age person, Caroline, or you got equal love for the bronze? Or
probably bronze. I mean, more. I would love more. I would love more Silver Age, but like my budget, you know.
I
I would.
hear you.
I would love more Silver Age, but like bronze. I've been able to scoop up more of just because you can find it on the cheap still. But I like both. Bronze Age. Certain things I like more about Bronze Age, and then other things about the Silver Age I like because the Silver Age, even though the stories can seem whimsical, I love the sing-songy nature of Stan Lee's writing, and I just find it like so poetic and fun. I have a great time reading Stan Lee.
Right. It's his prose is he
Oh,
just
so
goes for it.
yeah, and he's just like a little sprite, you know. He's just kind of just a fun big kid. I could just, so I enjoy reading that. And then this one, like I said, I'm a big Rogue fan, big Rogue and Mystique fan, and this is just kind of a classic
Right.
Avengers Annual number 10, and I think we consider this the first Rogue.
First
So
Rogue, one of
Yep.
the busiest covers ever.
yeah, so this is a very divisive cover. This splits people.
It
You
is, but
people
I
either
like
love
it.
this cover or they hate it.
Right. I'm in the like it side. And it also has two of my favorite characters in there. It has Carol Danvers and it has Jessica Drew.
There you go, Spider Woman and
Yeah, she's
Captain
one of my
Marvel.
all-time favorites. I have all her runs.
That's awesome.
I
So
was I was thinking about having Chris Claremont sign this cover, but one of the reasons why I didn't do it is because where does he sign it? There's no place to sign it.
Right through the trade
Yeah,
dress.
you got to
mhm.
ride over something. Yeah, there's no clean spot to write it.
All right. So I'm gonna show you guys my tenth.
Oh,
My tenth one. I love this run so much, and I think it's so underappreciated, and I wish it would get more love. But that's okay because I'll still just keep getting the keys for cheap. But that is Defenders number 4,
oh,
the
the
first
Valkyrie cover.
appearance of Barbara Norris Valkyrie. Um, Funnily enough, this is Jim Starlin, and I want to say John Romita worked on this, but Jim Starlin worked on this as well. So this cover right, it's either Bashima and Starlin or Romita and Starlin. I can't remember, but I love
Either
this.
or a good pairing.
Right. And Gil Kane does some of the earlier Defenders covers, and I love, the Gil Kane stuff.
Oh, I'm
And
a big Gil Kane fan too.
yeah, so this is right up my alley. I dig the classic Defenders. One of my favorite things, if I could have shown it, would have been Avengers 116 through 118, the Avengers Defenders crossover. It's just like one of the best little stories, man. So
And then I like Gil Kane too when he does horror. He does great monsters. Plus, I like
yes,
all the stuff, all the covers he did. Like a lot of people don't realize he did like 25 to 40 covers of Conan the Barbarian back in the early days.
yeah. And Gene Colan did a lot of Draculas, didn't he? He was like the
Yeah,
main Dracula dude.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you want me to show? The longer story or the
Yeah, we got
spectrum?
an 11th with an extended story to it.
Okay.
Like a personal story.
Doesn't I mean All right. So I guess the way that it's personal or kind of extended is that I told you guys I always liked the Black Panther. I liked the Black Panther before it was cool to like the Black Panther. And because of that, um, I was able I got this book off of eBay a number of years ago for $18. And
Oh,
It's going to be
yeah,
fantastic. No, okay. I was like, it's a Fantastic Four,
wow.
right?
it's Fantastic Four
Yeah.
53, the second appearance of Black Panther with a cape. So, yeah,
That
and
is
this is the first
awesome.
appearance of Claw. So,
Oh,
yeah.
pulling double duty there.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, this is my stuff, man, and it's a little beat up and I don't care. Like I love it.
Yeah. Low
I love it.
grade better than no grade.
Right,
Yeah,
and as long as you can read it.
that's right.
Because I think
Uh,
all of us here are readers first, out of the
that's
three
right.
of us.
That's
For
right.
sure.
So, she's a little rough around the edges, but she's got all the words.
Now,
So,
what's your favorite Black Panther storyline?
man, you know they're showing this one that's well, so there's this Doom War one, right? The and it was pretty cool because of the pitting of well, Submariner I guess made some assumptions, but Doom went after vibranium, and I think you know that was a pretty intense one. Um, on the Black Panther, I like the jungle actions where they just talk about like his origins and stuff. You know, where he first meets Killmonger. Um, and see the ones where he crosses over with or when Moon Knight comes in, that those are pretty bloody. And then I like the one where it's like it shows in the 1940s where his dad, where Black Panther's dad meets up with Captain America the first time and they like make the first
Oh,
alliance. And I think that's like in Christopher Priest run, like issue 30. Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
now,
Uh,
what do you think of the new trailer for Wakanda Forever?
oh
Because I just
man,
watched that the other day, and that trailer blew me away. I thought it was fantastic.
my eyes leaked. I
It
had some eye leakage.
was the music. The music was right.
Oh man, yeah, the transition was like perfect. It was
And
crazy.
Bob Marley to Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. All
And
right.
they put some good reveals in there, but you could tell they left a lot. They gave you some good teasers to set up for a second trailer that's going to reveal a little bit more.
I don't know
Who
who
is?
the Black Panther is going to be yet. I
I
don't know
thought it
who
was Shuri, but now I think it might be his girl. I forget her
the
name.
other girl that the youth shows.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then it's like I wonder. I don't know. Maybe they might bring Killmonger back from the dead since we're bringing Dead Strange back. I mean, you know, like
I
come on.
think we. I think we might see Killmonger, but we'll see him in that ancestral plane area. We won't
Right.
actually see him.
And I for one don't want them to bring him back.
They won't. I
Yeah,
don't think they will.
I
He
don't know
was a
what's gonna
dope
happen.
character, though.
I'm here to watch it all, babe. I'm here to
Because
watch it.
he had like a mortal death. It was kind of just there was nothing magical or mystical about it. It'd be like bringing Obadiah Stane back in Iron Man. You know, he just had a regular death. Just
Yeah. Um. All right. I'm gonna show you guys my spec. I think spec's kind of funny. I don't know how seriously I take it, so I'm just gonna show.
I don't, but it's always fun.
It is fun, yeah, but definitely don't take it serious.
I'm gonna show
We
you
do stuff
guys.
on this show for fun, not
I think Bill Sienkiewicz is a badass. He's one of my favorite artists. Period. Um, it's like level of impressionism is phenomenal. This not
He
many
can do a
people know.
lot of different art styles.
Yes, he can go from realist to impressionist, and I mean he's great at all of them. Um, not many people know about this, but it is an homage to Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh,
I
I've never
got five
seen
of
that.
those.
Yeah. So if you know, you know. But that's Dazzler 33.
And
And
I'm
And
a big Dazzler
Chiller.
fan, Caroline. I have that whole 42 issue run Plus, I got the graphic novel. Plus, I
Okay.
have the follow-up 4-issue series of Beauty and the Beast that came after the run.
Holy crap, you really do. Yeah, so I am also I love Sienkiewicz's series of covers in the Dazzler run. And this is honestly just I'm specking on it.
And
Plan
that's one of the
forward to
more
it.
expensive Dazzler books to get because of
Yeah,
the thriller homage.
Yeah, I've
yes, and
never
then
seen it. I do have FOMO going on right now.
You've
yeah,
never seen that book before, Marcus?
it's
No, I really haven't.
a
Mm-mm.
lot of
That's because
people
all
don't
you
know
Dazzler
about it.
haters don't know.
I have
Don't
Dazzler
join
number one.
Dazzler. Chiller. Be cool.
Right?
Join the
Yeah,
club.
my FOMO's tingling. I think I need it.
You need it. Everybody needs this. Get it now. It's gonna
And
be a banger. It's
you
gonna
know
be
what's
on
great?
top. What?
I got 3 of those for $1.
Yeah,
How
this
much
is
are they? What do they run for now? Does anybody
15
know?
maybe.
Yeah, it's like a 10
15.
to $15
10,
book.
15.
Yeah, I got $10. I got $15.
Yeah, so this is like, yeah, this is a banger. Not a lot of people know about it because maybe not a lot of people give Dazzler the appreciation she deserves. Because I mean, converting what is it, sound into light, that's dazzling.
But she took out Terrax
I mean, she fights Doctor Doom and Galactus. She fights all kind of
and the
people.
Hulk.
And the Hulk. I mean, she don't
Her
play.
sonic powers are no joke once she's powered up.
Yeah. So this is what I'm gonna do is I'm going on this one. It's going through the roof. Screw your Venom 3s and whatever big books. This is the one. This is the one. Um
I love
I'm
that because
all,
I'm not a Venom fan. I don't like
either.
that character at all.
I if I never see another symbiote again, that would be awesome. I'm so
I'm
symbiote.
right there with you.
I don't I don't give a shit. I don't care what happens to them. Let them go
Right?
back to Clintar and fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I don't care about them. I have like 9 volumes of this. This is volume 1, and I told you I liked maps. I also like compendiums of just information because like the comic cards, the Marvel comic cards, one of the greatest things about those was that you could get a little snippet of information on the back of the card. And I find that these handbooks of the Marvel universe are the same. So, say, I know about the Blob, but say I wasn't an X-Men person. Now, I'm never going to read an X-Men. Well, you could at least open this and figure out, what does this dude do? Why is he, a turd?
Right?
Belasco. I don't know no Belasco, but you can know him. Not biblically, but in terms of information.
Now it's
So
funny though when you look through those, how many minute characters you can find that you've never heard of, and be as well schooled as you are in comics, right?
exactly. I mean, there's a lot that we don't know. And I think the smarter that one gets, the more one should recognize the less one really knows. So here's a lineup of all the Atlanteans. They're a little moody, a little
Right.
grumpy. Yeah, a little emotional, but
Now, who's your favorite villain, Caroline?
I love Magneto. He's such a great anti-hero. He's easy to sympathize with given his backstory.
And he's not one note. He's got depth.
He has depth, and he's intelligent and he's complex because you can agree with what he wants, but not the means through which he tries to achieve them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Digger
Um,
Jim saying that was a Google of the
It
80s.
was. It is still. Yes, it is. I have, my own. Like, I'll go through them. This is what you do when and I would also want to holler out. Even though this is not like a comic, this is probably one of my favorite stories in X-Men history lore. Period. Is God
Oh,
loves man kills. If any of you guys have not read this, this is like a quintessential, like, I guess you could do, was it anti-AIDS? What was this about? I know the phalanx was supposed to be anti-AIDS, but this is like
You
a
know,
guy.
that's a whole. I never actually read that one.
Oh, well, so you've got this really like um fundamentalist Christian preacher who says like, mutants aren't natural. They're not God's children. You need to cast them out. And like this is social justice, y'all. But it just shows like, how stupid that is. And this is really a very, really powerful story about how everyone is equal, and that when you try to create stupid divisions over petty things, it ends up in violence, senseless violence.
Right,
So
it does more harm than good.
right, so they get called muties, and yeah,
Well, and the X-Men, especially with the writers back then, just tackled that with a grace that's really hard to pull
yeah.
off well, and they did it well.
Claremont was great with character development, in my opinion. Yeah, he was a pain in the ass, I think, in terms of just dealing with people, but it seems like the really good people tend to be the most tempestuous.
Yeah, like him then,
John Byrne.
Peter David, John Byrne, yep. Roy
So
Thomas is always a favorite of mine.
yeah, but man, that's my little chunk.
Well, that was a great chunk. Now
Man,
we'll have to have you on for another chunk at some point.
raise your hand if you're Googling or if you're eBaying that Dazzler cover later. If you're with me on that one.
Dazzler's
Blame
fire, y'all. Let me
Yeah.
blame
tell you
Lady
that.
Fantastic for the FOMO.
Yeah, yeah. Let me.
That whole storyline where she whooped Terex's ass was so good.
She's a
And she
badass.
was up there and she was almost the Herald of Galactus, and people don't even know about that storyline.
And I love one of my all time favorite covers is the one with her and the Inhumans,
Yep.
and that one I have a Mark Jewelers of.
Ooh.
So yeah, y'all, this is
We
gonna
had that
be
really bad cosplay cover. Remember that one?
yes. Oh yes, it was like 25 or 26.
Yeah, it was bad.
And then like I think one of the best stories in the whole run was like the next one, like 27 or something. I can't remember.
I read that whole run again 2 years ago, and I can't remember now because I read that whole run in a year again. I read the original Spider Woman run, and I read the
Yeah.
Rom run because I'm a big Rom fan. And that
Oh,
whole Bill Mantlo wrote
yeah.
wrote every issue of Rom, and it
I
was
don't
such a
know.
fantastic read.
I don't know diddly about Rom other
And
than their
well,
machine.
Rom has the second appearance of Rogue.
I know how I have that issue 31, but like I don't know diddly about Rom because of Rom in and of itself. I know what I need to know if it has people I care about, but other than
In the
that,
Micronauts too, like all these.
yeah.
Well, what's cool about those, you have these licensed comics that you can't get in a collected edition, so you either have them or you don't.
Yeah, and then the first Captain Universe is in the appearances in Micronauts 8.
Yeah, number 8.
Yep. So I mean, there's some good stuff in some of these runs, man.
Now, I have I have this dream show I want to see, so I want your opinion on it. You too, Marcus.
All right.
I'm a big Allison Blair Dazzler fan, and I think one of the best things that Disney Plus could do is to give us a 70s era mutant show called Dazzler, so she could be in her full Dazzler costume, the
It would be
original
so
one,
good.
and just you don't have to tie in anyone else in the Marvel universe. It's just in the 70s.
Pure disco camp.
Right. You have all that 70s music, all the 70s disco. Just
You
get
could
it
have
all
like
going.
old school Logan pop up in there.
You could have some of those ageless mutants pop up, or even a couple of time traveling ones.
There you go.
Or you could have Bishop show up.
Exactly. And Bishop shows up in the weirdest places.
Right. I mean, there's a lot you could do with that. Just 6 to 9 issues of Dazzler in the disco era, 70s. Don't try to modernize it. Just do a period show. I don't know. Would you guys be down for that?
I would
Do you think
watch
that
it.
sounds cool?
I'll
Or?
check it out for
It
sure.
would be heavily dependent on who they cast as Dazzler. because it's got to be
Right.
somebody good. Got to be somebody good.
We
And
got to
I'd
do
want
the
to hear
music
some
right.
Boney M in the soundtrack. That'd
Yeah.
be a
Yeah.
must.
The
All right.
music's got to be right. Very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. All right. The Dazzler soundtrack. They're gonna put you on that. If you had to do the Dazzler, if you had to create a Dazzler soundtrack for that show, yeah, that's your assignment.
Right. Well,
Bee
you need
Gees.
some Boney M. You need some Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Bee
You gotta
Gees.
have it.
Bee
Yep,
Gees,
Bee
yeah.
Gees, ABBA.
ABBA's good, yeah. Yeah. That's true.
But
There's a lot.
and guys, just so everyone in the audience knows, Lady Fantastic is also our guest on In the Hot Seat with the Usual Suspects this Thursday. So you just got a
Boom.
snippet of her comic knowledge. We're going to deep dive into her past with comics, her history with books, and we're going to get to know a lot more about Caroline this Thursday night on In the Hot Seat with the Usual Suspects. So make sure you're turning in then. But wow, Caroline, great books. Thank
Thanks
you
so
so much
much.
for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for
The
having me.
chat, we had the chat rolling, a great chat as normal, and I want to thank everyone who turned out to support Caroline Lady Fantastic tonight. And if you're watching on the rewind, or if you're seeing her for the first time in the chat, guys, Marcus's links is in the description below. Caroline's links, her Lady Fantastic Instagram, her YouTube channel is in the description below. Please sub up my co-host. Please sub up my guest. Great people, and they're gracious enough to come on my stupid channel and entertain all of us for 45 minutes and just be gracious, kind people. Thank you both so much. Marcus, what's coming up on your channel, sir?
I've got my regular stuff going on. I do want to take this time to go back to Lady Fantastic and talk about when are you going to be competing again for some championship belts? What's going on? What's the story with that?
Oh,
So usually I defend my title every other week. Or whenever a new knucklehead rolls into town
I love
and
it.
thinks
Love
they
it.
can take it, because they can't. I've
tell the
started
audience what show this is. Cover
the
Slingers.
hunt. The
What?
hunt.
The
Tony
Hunt.
Sanders
This
and the
is
hunt.
this is so yeah, they have some great fun with it. They come in with their characters, they talk smack, you have your heels, and it's a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of audience participation because you get to vote on who actually wins. You get to part of that. So yeah, definitely check that out on Tony Sanders. It's when is it usually again?
It's Fridays at 10 p.m. and usually it's like every other Friday at 10
Yeah.
p.m. It's okay. Here's the thing, boys. You know, boys don't do soap operas; they do wrestling, which I think is like the boy form of soap opera.
Very,
And
very
so
true.
these guys basically dress up as their little favorite thing, and then they role play like, "Oh, brother, no,
Yeah.
brother, you don't know, brother, oh, brother." Ah! And then they put up a thing. And then I'm just like, all right, boys, shut up. Mama's here. Time to show some grown
It's
Yeah.
fun.
It's
Time
It's
to put
fun.
the
just
kids to
trash
bed,
talk.
right?
Yeah. It's all good stuff. I have a great time and it's fun. And
Yeah, nobody's being serious. Nobody's getting butt hurt. It's just all good fun. Yeah. So
yeah. It's just a bunch, it's just goofy locker room talk. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, what's cool too is, talking to you, you have such a genuine love for comics. So, I mean, it comes through and it makes it just so much more fun and endearing.
Oh, guys, we got to start over. Gene just got here. Let's
Oh,
start
man.
over. Everybody,
Oh,
start
man.
over.
So it all
What's your
began
first bug?
Right?
in the year 1872. Now, yeah, I had a great time, and I think, like you said, comics for us, and in the American sense, it tends to follow the traditional hero arc, and I think for us, when I say us, at least in Marvel, I tend to see it's just about wanting to do the right thing and having just at the end of the day, if everybody just tries to do the right thing and have integrity and be honest to yourself, that like it should all be all right. And if it's not, you keep fighting until you know, I don't know. It's just that kind of endearing spirit that I
You need
find.
to overcome.
Yeah.
The better angels of our nature, as the
Right,
poet
right.
said.
Better angels, but like with laser beams coming out of their eyeball. You know what I mean? So
Well,
yeah,
you got to have the amped up drama to go with it, right?
yeah, yeah. I
You got to
guess
complete the hero fantasy.
Yeah, I guess I didn't mention to you guys, but like so in like the real world, I'm a science person and I work in a research lab or whatever. But I think one of the reasons why X-Men drew me in is because they talk so much about, you know, genetics and the whole thing with Apocalypse going after the Summers for their genes, like, and Mr. Sinister, he was so obsessed with it. And so I really got fascinated about that whole thing. Like, so what up? What's up with these mutations? What is this? And you know, turn forward some 20 odd years later, and I'm doing that shit. I know I could
That's
tell you
cool.
what's real and what's not.
Right.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
And you
That's
Yeah.
said
very
Kitty
cool.
Pryde's your favorite X-Men, right?
I do have a favorite X-Men. I do have a favorite X-Men. It's Jean Grey.
Oh, okay. Not Kitty Pryde, Jean Grey. Okay.
Oh yeah, Kitty Pryde. I mean, it's tough. Kitty Pryde is great. So Kitty,
Is that now? Who's your now? Every
Jean Grey is like I would look up to, and she's like my hero. I feel more like Kitty Pryde. You know, like
right?
the awkward, like, oh, I'm just gonna phase out of here.
Now, who would be? Everyone has like that one that brings the franchise down. What do you think the worst X-Men or villain or
Cyclops.
hero?
Cyclops is such a
Really?
beta.
There's a lot of Cyclops haters out there.
I cannot stand that dude. Gets on my nerves. He's a beta.
So you
Dude.
were always a Wolvie Jean Grey fan, not
Yeah,
a Cyclops
Cyclops
Jean
Yeah.
just
Grey.
whines and bitches. I just can't. I just like
Scotty
shut up.
doesn't know.
So
Right.
what happened? What do you think when he got with Emma?
I was just like, you little bitch. You'll just do whatever. I don't know. I mean, that was steamy, I guess, but I don't like Cyclops. There's nothing I think that can make me like him.
Really? Is it just how stiff he is?
Yes.
He's a beta.
He's too vanilla. He's too just like almost Steve Rogers. Like, why are you just
Whoa.
well, dude?
Time
I mean,
out. Time
no.
out.
Look, when I read the Hydra thing, you know, the Secret Empire thing, it was different. So, but like when I just think of classic Captain America, I'm just like, but that's an assumption because he is good, you know. But man, I don't like the just goody two shoe boy is just gonna be
I
like, you
mean,
don't
that is
have
Captain
any.
America. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and Cyclops is just too good. He's like too much of a damn Boy Scout. It's just like, I don't know.
You want a bad boy is what you're
I'm a
telling
little anti-authority,
me.
and Cyclops is a little too much. Yes, sir. What can I do, sir? Whoa, Professor X is so perfect. It gets on my nerves.
Teacher's pet.
Yeah, that's right. I don't like the teacher's pet. They get on my nerves.
Okay. So Caroline, what's coming up on your channel?
You know, man, I usually just get on there to hang out with my friends, like, and Rob Worst is one of those, and we just like to get together and talk books and show parts of our collection and talk trash like we think we know something about comics, you know, or we try to solve the world's problems or, you know, shoot the shit. Well, I think that the movie's going to be this and then that's going to happen. And, you know, just kind of just chewing the fat with other nerds.
Hot takes, baby.
That's right. That's right.
But that's some of the most fun you can have is a conjecture and just, you know, picking apart each other just for the camaraderie fun of it.
The
not
what
the
ifs.
meaning of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically the what ifs.
Because nothing's ever what we speculate it is. It's always something.
No. But sure is fun talking trash, you know, and being like, no, it's going to be like this. No, it's going to be like this, you know.
Right? And then the one time they actually do it the way that you said, you're like, I told you. I knew it. I knew it.
It's got to be right once.
That's right. That's right. So
nice. Guys, we are going to wrap it up. I want to say Marcus, thank you for co-hosting tonight, sir. It is always a pleasure and my honor to have you on the channel with me. And Caroline, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thanks
And
for
I
having
had
me.
a blast. I can't wait to talk and learn a little bit more about you in 4 days' time.
It's going to get serious. You're probably not going to come back from the dark side. There's going to be a lot of trauma.
That's all right. We'll embrace it and we'll have fun with it.
All right, sweet.
All right, guys, I'm going to say keep it casual. We're going to play a little thing from my sponsor, Eric the Rogue Trader, and then it's going to be out. Attention all, use channel sponsor Rogue Trader at theroguetraderutah.com and my code Keep It Casual for 10% off your comic cleaning and pressing needs. Remember, when submitting your books to be graded, use a trusted professional.